Hello. It is currently 3:15 in the morning. The last Gundam Witch for Mercury episode just dropped at 2:30. And I've been sitting here for the last fucking 20 minutes and just genuinely hating everything that happened in this last episode. It was so unfun. It was horrible. Um First I would like to say that I love this series. I think this series is great. I think up to the 23 episodes, I loved everything. The last episode was so much fun, right? Like everything that was happening. I think the overall things that happened in this episode, some of them were great, right? Some of them weren't bad, but I actually think for the most part the ending is genuinely horrible. And I kind of understand how people that loved Game of Thrones feel now. So, I want to talk about the things that I thought were really bad right now that I'm fresh and like I said it's 3:16, like it's genuinely only been like 20 minutes since the episode like finished, right? Like 10, 15 minutes cuz it came out at 2:30. Um right off the bat, like everybody says, I think it was super rushed, right? Like they somehow tried to fit, genuinely feels like at least 2 to 3 episodes in to one episode, which wasn't fun, right? Like everything, it genuinely just felt like bam, 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 it's over, bam, 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 it's over, right? Like, and then on top of that, like the things they did, I think are really bad, right? Like none of it feels good to me right now. Maybe when I wake up tomorrow, like, oh, I might feel better about it, but as of right now, it genuinely doesn't feel good. Um, right? Like, first of all, like they never openly said that like they're married, right? Like the only that Suleta and Minori are married, like the only thing we got was that they called her sister in law, but like that was it. Which I guess if they want to be like super like low key about it, but it feels weird, especially because this is like the first like gay couple in the main Gundam series, right? Like for the romance, I think you should make it big, right? Because this is a big occasion for me, at least personally. I'm not gay, but I think it should be big. Um, Second was just like the whole Gundam thing, right? Like the whole like arc. Like it felt like it was all technology, right? Like there was nothing weird about it. It was genuinely all technology. And for some fucking reason, it just felt like magic at the end. This all just became magic, right? It's like, oh, like the storms and everything. Yeah, it's all technology based. It's like a separate level that we can't normally interact with, right? And we're building Gundams that'll help you, right? Like Gundams will help everything, but it's like no, like it's just magic, right? Like I thought the sister in the last episode stopping a ray, you know, a little weird, but like I'll allow it, right? Because she has been shown to do crazy stuff when she's in the sphere of like the weapon, but like after that, like it's like, oh yeah, dude, like, uh, fucking, I'm gonna become a fucking magic, and I'm gonna fucking stop everything, right? Like, oh, it's just the power of family, and we can do it, like what the fuck? It's like, oh, like they don't explain anything, right? Like at the end, like for some reason, like the Ariel just like Eri just switches to like Soleta's Gundam and controls it and is like, oh yeah, dude, like now this is the main Gundam, dude. You can do crazy shit, right? It's like, oh, that's great. I love it. Yay, magic, space magic. This is fucking great. I love it. How much fun. And then like on top of that, it's like, oh, you guys are done using us. Let's just become the space glitter, and there's nothing to fucking hold you to your crimes apart from like anything, right? It's like all the Gundams are gone, right? Like oh, like Quiet Zero's gone. It's like nothing's holding yourself to it. And then like, oh, we're gonna use your fucking space laser. Oh, we're gonna have this epic ass fight between like Quiet Zero and the gang versus like the other people that trying to kill them all and ruin the Benedict group. And it's like, oh no, I'm just gonna use my fucking space magic to stop the weapon that's like fucking far away from me. Wait, I can't reach. Let me get every other Gundam and do this fucking humna like circle of death to fucking somehow prove that oh look at that, my space magic reaches. Oh, it's fine, guys. Let me stop this shit real quick. I'm gonna stop it, guys. I'm gonna stop it. Don't you fucking worry, guys. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it. I stopped it. All right. Oh shit, our Gundams are disappearing. No, sister, get in my little fucking plastic toy that up to this point had no fucking technology into it and make this your house. It's like, what, bro? Like, you could like, that makes no sense to me, dude. Why couldn't she get it to her fucking phone? Why couldn't she just be an AI? Like, what do you mean? She has to be. It's so fucking stupid, dude. Oh, and then, like, oh my god, I'm just getting so much more mad thinking about this fucking ending. And then, like, for some reason there's fucking ghosts now, right? Like I always understood that like Eri like was Gundam, right? Like Ariel and Eri were the same person, so it made sense that like their souls were together. But like when Alan came out, the fucking dad, it's because apparently Quiet Zero had this little box in the fucking asshole with the machine that had all the souls of the people for some fucking reason. And whenever like she did Super Saiyan fucking Gundam magic, when she combined all of them, it made them like come to life. And then they all talked to the mom who fucking did revenge for 24 fucking years. Like these people fucking killed her daughter and her family, and they were like, let it go, bro. It's done. And the mom, in the span of a minute, bro, a fucking minute, was like, not even a minute. It was like 30 fucking seconds, right? From when they were escaping, Quiet Zero was like, yeah, you're right, dog. You're right. It's fucking over. Like, it's whatever you want. You're right. It's over. It's like, why, bro? Why are you doing this? Like, why are you ruining? And on top of that, she doesn't get any prison time. Right? This lady fucking committed mass murder with her daughter. She sent her dead fucking ghost daughter to kill millions of fucking people, cold blooded. She was gonna roll up on a school, dude, and fucking USA it, bro. Like, she was going to do that. And you're telling me that at the end of the day, it's like, oh, she doesn't have legs, dude, just let her sleep in the fucking field? It's like, what do you mean? What do you fucking mean, dude? Like, I don't understand. Like, what about the mom thing, right? Like, nothing happened. Apparently someone stopped Eerie, right, from killing Sluleta, and they're like, "Why are you getting involved?" But that never got fucking answered. Like nothing, like realistically, nothing got fucking answered. And at the end, like the way they stopped the people from killing them was just like by deleting the fucking group. And like for some reason, the people were like, "Oh fuck it, it's done," right? Like it's like the more I think about it, the more pissed off I'm getting, right? Because like this was so good. This was genuinely so enjoyable. Like all the 23 episodes, I genuinely enjoyed. Right, like I think the first season was great. I think the second season was fine. Some parts of it were crazy. Some episodes were insane. Are you like the character? Like they did this in the last episode when they properly spent a whole episode on Suleta's character development. Right? Like it was a genuinely good episode of showing this girl who lived her whole fucking life in a box, right? As a clone whose mother did not genuinely love her. She just used her to try to get her real daughter back, right? Like you showed all this fucking like all this imagery to prove the point, right? Like when the mom and Ariel left her, right, and she was in the fetal position with the cord connected to a beacon and was like a child being born again, to her realizing that like shit has to happen, to her finally opening up to her friends and telling her what she knows, right? And like you're telling me that like you guys created that episode, right? Like you guys did that and you fuck it up at the end, right? Like that's who you're telling me right now? Like you genuinely fuck it up at the end. Like I don't like this ending. I started this being like, hey, kind of bad, not that bad, to like, I feel like it could have been better, but like, it is pretty bad. To like, oh, this is objectively bad, but I love Gundam, so like I still enjoyed it. I hate this fucking ending. This ending is horrible. I've watched multiple Gundam series, right? I've watched 3 Gundam series before this. That is more than two. And like all those endings were good, right? Like the endings were genuinely like this makes sense, right? Like you can't go from the iron-blooded orphans to this shit and like tell me this is okay, right? Like this is not fucking okay. I fucking hate it. I want I thank you for everybody who worked on this. I'm just mad, right? Like I really hope none of this really affects you guys in your professional life or personal life. I'm just mad at the decisions you've made with characters in a show I love, right? Like this is not enjoyable. Like that's just what I'm trying to say. None of this was enjoyable for me. Like I feel like I was led on this emotional journey that was never properly compensated, right? Like for some reason, like we have all this death, but at the last episode, like nobody died, right? Like everybody lived. Space magic saved the day, and it's like that's not fun. That really isn't fun. So I just talked for 11 minutes about a fucking 24 episode show at 3:27 in the morning. I can't believe this is gonna be my first YouTube video back to this channel. Was me bitching about a fucking show. I hope you guys have a great day. It is July 2nd. If you're in America, have a great 4th of July. If you're in the rest of the world, I just hope you have a great life. Bye.